March
22nd,
Okay.
2014.
Okay.
2014. All right, what is your name? State your
Helen
name.
Louise Nisley Gull.
Helen Louise Nisley Gull. What was Nisley your maiden name?
Yes.
And when were you born?
August 28, 1926.
1926. How do you spell Nisley?
Capital K Nizley.
And where were you born?
Outside of Eureka, Kansas, on a farm.
On a farm?
Mhm.
What kind of farm?
Well, my grandparents owned it. Nisley's owned up on the hill, and the Rimmers, my mother's folks, lived down below the hill. And that's where I was born.
Did they have cattle or?
Oh yeah.
What all did they have?
Well, cattle, we didn't mess with horses. There wasn't any money in horses. So we had cattle.
And what else? Any other animals?
Oh, I suppose. I just don't remember, you know. We probably had dogs and cats. And,
Now you had a horse growing up, didn't you?
oh, yeah. I had two of them.
Yeah.
They both got killed by lightning,
Wow.
which was sad.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the earliest memory you have? You have any memories from there?
Well,
Was it you that had a pig, Mom?
mm-hmm.
You had a pig when you were a little girl?
Yeah, and I'd slip him upstairs to sleep with me.
What was its name? Do you remember?
Oh, no.
I just remember you having
Beulah?
a pet pig.
I think Beulah was his name.
Beulah? Okay. I couldn't remember.
So who all lived there?
My mother and my father and my grandmother and grandfather nicely.
And you?
Yeah.
Did you have any brothers or sisters that lived
An
there?
older sister and a younger sister.
What were their names?
Lois was the oldest, and Dorothy was the youngest.
Lois,
Mm-hmm.
what was her middle name?
Audine.
Audine, and Dorothy Adele.
Yeah.
Is that right? Adele. Yeah.
Do you remember anybody else that lived in the area?
Oh, not really. A little girl I played with, but, you know, just neighbor kids.
And some neighbor kids?
Yeah.
Did you have any favorite games or anything you played with?
Oh, we
them?
played hopscotch and, you know, if there was cement, and hide and seek. And I can't think, but anyway.
And marbles.
Marbles, yeah, I was champion.
You were a champion of the marbles, huh?
Yeah, I had a 5, well, you remember, you don't remember, but sugar came in a 5 cloth bag, and I had it completely full
Oh yeah, she's fine.
of marbles. I had one from the other kids.
And we have those. We have some of your marbles here.
Where?
I'll show you in a minute. You also taught me how to play marbles.
Oh, yeah.
You were very good with your little marble finger, I remember. Your thumb.
So what was the house like? Do you remember the...
My grandparents' house?
Yeah.
Well, they were both 2 stories. And, see, there's 4 bedrooms upstairs at the Nisleys, and I can't remember about the Rimmers. And we lived there.
And who were the Rimmers?
My mother's folks.
Your mother's folks?
Mhm.
Your grandparents?
Yeah.
Do you remember their names? Their full names?
My mother's.
Your grandma
Mm-hmm.
and your grandpa?
Yeah, but I don't remember their names.
Did the house have electricity?
No. Now, wait a minute.
They called him Grandma Schmidt and Grandpa Schmidt. Didn't you call them Grandma and Grandpa Schmidt?
No, they were the
Rimmers.
Rimmers. Yeah.
But you never called them by their first names, which I do have that written down around here somewhere.
What'd I call them?
You just called them Grandma and Grandpa, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the house like? Can you describe the...
2-story?
Did it have electricity or running water? Or...
No, now in the kitchen, it had a pump, and here was the sinks, and you pumped it.
Pump the water?
Mm-hmm.
The water came out?
Mm-hmm.
Did it come from a well?
I don't know. Well, there's a cistern under the house, so it could have been. I just don't know.
Okay. So what were your parents like growing up?
Well, Mother was very stern, I guess that's the way to put it, and had a lot of fun with Dad.
Had a lot of fun with your dad?
Hmm.
Your dad was what? Was he liked by people, or
Oh, everybody loved Daddy.
what
Yeah.
about your mom?
Well, I wouldn't say that.
She was
Was-
just,
She was kind of standoffish, Sharon.
yeah, a little bit more formal is what you have written down.
Hmm.
What about, what did your dad do?
He was a steam fitter.
Steam fitter? Who did he work for?
A big company in St. Louis.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And did he travel?
Well, some, but mostly it was in and around St. Louis.
And how long did you live at that house in Eureka, do you know?
Gosh darn. Well, let me see. Oh, I was through grade school.
So you went through grade school there?
Yeah.
Describe your school.
Well, it was just a one-story building,
One story building?
sectioned off. You know, individual classes were just, you were first grade, you sat here, and so on. No walls or anything.
Okay. So like a big one-room schoolhouse, huh?
Absolutely.
About how many, was there a lot of kids there, or just a few, or
No, we pretty well had it full, but I don't remember.
there was all different ages?
Yeah. See, the older ones went over here, and then middle, and so on.
10 or 20, Mom, or 30, you think?
Hmm?
10 or 15 kids, or 20?
I don't remember,
You just don't
honey.
remember.
There weren't a lot, no.
You remember what was, did you have any fun activities at school you liked doing? Sports or
Oh,
clubs or?
we had a little bit of cement, and we liked hopscotch, and I don't know, we played hide and seek, and blind man's bluff. That's about the only ones I remember.
Okay. Did you have any sports that you were in, or?
Yeah, I played. No, I don't think so. Maybe baseball, but I don't remember.
Did you enjoy school, or did you like school?
Not especially.
What was your favorite subjects?
History
History.
and history and English, I believe it was.
Okay.
What was your least favorite?
Oh, math.
Math.
I knew that was coming.
Do you remember any popular fads from when you were young, or hairstylers, or clothes, or?
No, I was very well dressed, though. Mother made our clothes.
She made your clothes?
Yeah, a lot of them, and they were really nice clothes. She could really sew.
Okay. Did you have any childhood heroes?
Heroes.
Who'd you look up?
Oh, my cousin Ike,
Your cousin Ike?
Ike Weathers,
Okay.
and he was as bow-legged as. I thought it was because he rode horses all the time. I didn't realize it was because you didn't have proper food growing up. But he was so bow-legged, I tell you, and I just loved him. He was so, he was an adult that paid attention to kids. If you needed something, why he'd help you.
So he was a little bit older than you?
Oh yeah, he was. Well, yeah, a lot older.
Do you have any favorite memories with him?
Well, no, but he was good to me. That's I remember.
What about favorite food or candy?
Candy. Oh, I liked all candy. My favorite food was hamburger, I think.
Hamburger? What about favorite candy? Did you have any favorite candy?
Oh, Hershey.
Hershey's?
Hmm.
Did you have any pets?
Oh, we had cats and dog.
Cats and a dog?
Hmm. Mother didn't like pets like that around, but we had them.
Do you remember any of their names, or
Uh-uh. Well,
were they big dog or little dog?
I had a pig that was named Beulah.
I told you.
Yeah.
That was my pet. I'd slip upstairs with her.
How
so-
big was the pig?
It wasn't any little thing, I'll tell you for sure. It was probably full grown.
And what happened to the pig?
Well, come home one day they sent me to town, knew something was up, come home and pig was on the table.
Pig was on the table, huh?
And I didn't eat pig.
You ate your pet pig, huh?
No, they did, I didn't. It was a long time before I would eat any of that meat.
So were times tight, or how was your family well to do, or?
Oh, now, honey, my family, you know, it's different then than it is now. Finances was never discussed with children, never. You just didn't do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We were all right, I guess.
Do you have any memories of the Depression or the Dust Bowl, or?
Well, we went to western Kansas to see Dad's brother. And we got out there and been outside playing. I looked up and there was a huge pipe, dark pipe coming towards me. And it was rolling, you know. It was that Dust Bowl thing.
Great big dust storm come rolling in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
She always talked about that it looked like a big pipe rolling across
Yeah,
the
great
prairie.
big huge pipe come rolling across at us.
That was the dirt.
And we went to the basement, and my aunt had towels down there and a tub where we could put water on them. And we held them. Now, this basement had no windows except 2 north windows. And we put those towels up, and when it was over, you could see exactly where we breathed, even in a building like that.
Just got all dusty inside.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how they did it, but they did.
How about, did you guys go to church?
Oh, yeah. Went to Methodist church.
The Methodist church?
Yes.
What was it like?
Honey, I don't remember much about it. Let me.
Was it formal or
Did
No,
y'all
it was
dress
just a
up?
country
Or?
church.
did
know.
you dress up?
Oh, yeah, the best we had.
That's what I thought.
You remember Mother was really good with that sewing.
So how long do you think that that you lived there?
On the farm
Yeah,
till I was in the 6th grade
6th grade or so. And then
Yeah.
where'd you guys move?
to Eureka.
Into Eureka,
Mhm.
from out in the country to
Yes.
into town.
Uh-huh.
And do you remember what was the house like there?
Eureka house?
Yeah.
Oh, let me think. It was living room, dining room, kitchen, and 2-story, and 3 or 4 bedrooms upstairs. That's all I remember.
Did you have friends growing up? Who were your friends?
Oh, I had a little girl named Mary Mitchell, and
Mary Mitchell.
mhm.
She a neighbor girl, or?
Yeah, and we went to school and back walking and stuff like that.
So you had to walk to school and back, huh?
Well, sometimes
How far was it?
2 miles.
What was that?
Did you have
Oh, on that 2-mile deal, I decided one time I was going to cut across that factory where that bad bull was. I spent the day in a tree till my dad come to get me.
walking to school? There was a mean bull, huh?
Oh, yeah. We never crossed that field, but I did once. And I spent the day in the tree. I thought I could outrun him.
Did you ever travel with your family?
Oh, let me think, honey. Yeah, we went on little trips, but I can't tell you what they were or anything. But we went out to see Uncle Oracle, Dad's brother, and Winnie and Dick Brownie. Well, we went to see a few relatives.
Did you guys have a vehicle?
Oh yeah, we had them all 4-door.
A Model A?
4-door,
What color was it?
black. They all were. Don't you remember that? That was what's his name Ford?
Yeah.
We just paint them black.
Henry Ford.
You can have any color you want as long as it's black.
That's right. That's the way it was.
So how long do you think you lived in that Eureka house?
Until I was, I graduated from high school there.
Graduated from high school?
Yeah, and then I went on to Hutchinson, Kansas.
Do you have any memories from high school?
Oh yeah, lots of good memories. We had a lot of fun. Weren't real good students, but we had a good time. That's all I can tell you. We were just having fun.
Did you ever get in big trouble for anything?
Oh yeah, I got expelled for a week.
Expelled for a week, huh? What for?
Oh, I can't remember. Something I did. I deserved it. I'm sure of that. And then so my girlfriends and all of them would skip school and we'd all play. Mother worked. So we'd all play poker while Mother was at work. And then, well, it was time for her to come home, they'd leave. And that's how we worked that out.
Do you remember, what was your typical family dinner like?
Just like it is today. We had the meat, we had the bread and the butter, and mashed potatoes and gravy, and a vegetable.
Did you all eat together?
Yes. Well, now, a long time ago, when the kids were smaller, they ate at a little table. But, you know, not when I started growing up, they didn't.
So, did you ever have, when was your first car? Did you ever have a car in high school or later?
Me personally?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
just one for the family.
Yeah.
What about, did you have any favorite thing that you owned? Favorite clothes or
Oh, I had
toy or
good
item?
looking clothes, honey.
Did you?
I was the envy of the school.
Was your mom still making them all the way through?
Well, till I got in the 8th grade, and then she quit. And she made me a beautiful coat. It was tweed, brown, and blue specks in it. And that was the last that she made for me. And I cried a bushel. Because I really had nice clothes.
So, after you left Eureka, you guys moved to where? To Hutchinson?
Mm-hmm.
Hutchinson, Kansas?
I moved to Hutchinson.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
After you graduated high school?
Yes.
You moved out.
Hmm?
You moved out away from your family?
Yeah, I moved to Hutchinson. I
Just-
had a friend that lived up there, and there was do you remember what Fred Harvey houses were?
Tell me about them.
Well, they were along the Action, Topeka, and Santa Fe railroads. And there'd be a platform and all that out there. And then you could go in and eat. And it was just, you know, and we served, we'd get a special call. We lived in dormitories, the girls and the boys. And we'd get a special call if we'd come down and help with the troop people. It was troop trained people. And that they had been prisoners of war. And we didn't know it at the time. But they could ask us anything they wanted to, but we were not to ask them anything. So we did. They'd say, you know, where are you from? What do you do? And we'd answer all those questions, but we didn't question them. But we saw them later at the White House receiving all these medals from the President Truman. And then we knew who they were. They're just people.
Yeah. So you were, what was your job exactly? You served, were you like a waitress or?
Yeah.
And it was a Harvey house? You were.
Yes.
So what was a Harvey girl? What did that mean?
That's what it was, Harvey girl. We had a uniform we wore and towel over our arm, and you know, it was just our uniforms.
Just a nice eatery there at the train depot.
Hmm?
It was an eatery somewhere you ate?
Oh yeah, it was right there with the station and all.
Okay.
Yeah, and a big dining room, and then the smaller one we opened at breakfast and lunch, but the big one we didn't open till evening.
Okay. So how long did you work there?
Oh, I don't remember, honey. Till Carl came on the picture.
When did you meet Carl?
Well, I'd known Carl for years. And he went with a friend of mine, but while he was out fighting the war or Navy or whatever, she got involved with a 54-year-old man. And Carl heard about that, and that was the end of that.
So,
What
so
are
you were working as a Harvey girl when Granddad was in the war.
Yeah.
The troops would come home.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you remember the first time that you met Granddad?
No, well, kinda, cause we lived in the middle of the block, and Betty Thomas and her family lived down here. So he was dating her, and he come home one time and she was having an affair with a 54-year-old man. So that stopped that, and somehow I got in the picture.
Okay.
Deliberately.
So, what do you remember about those times and with Granddad? Did you guys go on dates? Where all would you guys go together?
Well, honey, we didn't have any money, so we didn't go very many places. I just don't remember.
Well, did you dance or ice skate?
Oh,
What'd you do?
Aaron, Carl had 3 left feet. He couldn't dance.
What about skating?
Hmm?
What about ice skating? I remember stories about Granddad being a
Oh
good
my
ice
Lord, he
skater.
was a champion on that. And I just couldn't ice skate very well at all. But he could do the darndest things on ice. Whew. He was good.
Did so? You remember a little bit about World War II and what all do you remember
Well,
about
yes,
the war?
when I was in high school,
What all do you remember about the war?
okay, I came home, and no, it was Sunday that we found out about it. And so I turned to my mother and I said, Mother, what's the war like? She said, you go to school in the morning and all those boys you see up and down the hallways will be gone. And of course she was right.
So did it affect you personally any?
Oh, sure. I had boyfriends. They were in it. Yeah. And let me see, 3 of them got killed.
Three
Tell-
boys that you grew up with?
Yes. Pete, Jack, and Roy. Pete lived in back of us. His folks run the waterworks. And then Jack lived across the street, and Roy lived up in the next, the next corner, or to the next corner. And we just all ran around together.
Which one was afraid of the dark?
Oh, Jack, and he got killed in the dark. But it always bothered me.
By a sniper.
Yeah.
I just remember you telling me that, Mom.
Well, war's hell, that's all there is to it.
So you remember Granddad coming back. When you met Granddad, was he coming back from the war, or did you know him before the war?
I knew him before, but not very well. And then when he came back, well, I just, Mother says, I like him. And I said, well, okay. I'll just marry him. And so we did. I probably practically asked him to marry me. I think it was about half and half.
So after that, after Hutchinson, Kansas, did you guys got married while you were in Hutchinson?
Oh, shoot. No. No, I quit my job and went back to Eureka, and we got married in Wichita, Kansas.
Got married in Wichita. And then where did you guys first live together?
What'd you wear, though, first? What'd you wear when you got married, Mom?
Just a dress.
What color was it? Do you remember?
Blue and white.
Yeah, she wanted like a suit.
So,
Her mom was not happy with that.
I never did anything to please my mother.
Okay, Cliff, go ahead.
So where did you guys move after that? Where did you and Granddad first live together after you got married?
Well, he was in college.
Where at?
Well, in Stillwater.
In Stillwater?
Or he was going to college. But that was the deal. You go to college or I don't marry you. It was a given.
So he went to Oklahoma State,
Yes.
and you guys lived together there in Stillwater?
Yeah, we were married by then, and he had a A+ average or above average scores for something.
So
Yeah.
do you remember the first place you lived there, or where all you lived in Stillwater?
Well, first place was a people's home, and we lived upstairs. And the next place we had a little apartment, fairly close to the campus. So he had to walk. We didn't have a car. But anyway, and then I worked at the cafe.
You worked at a cafe there?
Oh yeah, I worked at Combs Cafe, Rio Combs. Oh yeah, long time.
While he was in college.
Yes. That's
Do you have any favorite memories?
Me and the government put him through college. Well, that's what it was. Did I have any what?
What did he study? Do you remember?
Oh, history and some other dumb thing. I was very unhappy about it, but I had said he just had to get a college education. I didn't say in what field, so there that's the way it was. Anyway.
Do you have any favorite memories from Stillwater?
Oh, well, honey, we lived there off and on for 5 years. You better believe I had a good time. I mean, we had our little group we ran with and all that. Yeah.
I think you were telling me a story last night about when a bunch of girls from Sweden came into the restaurant while you were working.
Oh, that was a mess. But they came in all right, but their translator didn't get there right then. So there we were so I take menus and I show them, well, that don't help. So I go get plates of food and show them. So they'd point to what they wanted. And that's how
None of them spoke any English, huh?
No, they didn't speak any English. But I told them that they wanted to know what mashed potatoes and gravy was. And the guy got there in time to save my life. That was,
Translating.
Running them all, yeah, and he explained it to him. Oh, I couldn't have done that.
Good. Do you have any other fun memories from there?
From where, Hudson?
From Stillwater?
Oh, Stillwater. Oh, dear. No, it just worked like a dog. Getting crawled through. And,
Did family ever come to visit?
oh, yeah. Mother and my little sister and his folks came once or twice.
Granddad's folks?
Yeah. They were real good to me.
How did you guys celebrate birthdays and Christmas and that sort of thing?
Who, Carl and I?
Yeah, you and your family.
Well, it was slim picking mostly. Just, we didn't do a lot.
You have a big dinner, or?
Oh, yeah. We had big dinners and, what was it? My grandmother fixed me a baked potato. I just loved them.
Baked potatoes, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that mostly.
Did you have any special traditions, or?
No. I don't think so.
So after Stillwater and you and Granddad, where did you guys move together
We
after
moved
he
to
graduated?
To Wichita.
Back to Wichita.
Yeah, and I don't know, then Carl got a job with Tulsa Winch.
Tulsa Winch.
Mm-hmm. They're in, yeah, and he worked there for a long time. And then this new boss come in and fired 2 or 3 of them because they knew more than he did, literally. So he got a job at Sperrand. One of them all, made no difference. They were waiting in line to hire him, so we weren't worried. And we did just fine. That's all I can tell you about that.
And at some point you guys moved to Tulsa?
Yeah. He got a job in Tulsa. Brandon Fairways was a airplane deal flying in and out of there.
And that's where you went to work?
Yes.
So you guys moved into Tulsa?
Yes.
And that's when you had Raymond?
Yeah, I guess. I can't remember. Let me think. Yeah, Raymond was born in St. John's Hospital. Yep.
All right, let's just talk about some things in general from when you were a kid and growing up.
I'll try.
How is the world today different from what it was like when you were a child?
Well, we didn't pay attention to the world when we were children. We were off in our own little world. And until the war come along, we just didn't pay any attention. You know.
Yeah. What about crime and things like that? Was there any big crime or scandals that you remember growing up?
No, I don't, honey. We didn't seem to have a lot of that. Not like today at all.
Who is the oldest relative you remember growing up?
Oh, let me think. Oldest relative. My great aunt. And I know she wore 5 petticoats, but I don't know why I know that. And my great aunt.
Okay. What do you know about your family's surname, Knisley?
Oh, well, not much, honey. We were from Germany, the ancestors, and I don't know how the Nazi came in on it, but they did. I just can't remember, honey.
So what is it from what ancestry? Are you
German.
German?
Mm-hmm. And a little bit Irish.
Okay.
But mainly German.
Yeah. 3/4, I'd say, if you want to call it that.
Do you remember any stories that your mom and dad or grandparents told you when you were growing up? Any stories from when they were kids or younger?
No, I don't think so, honey. I can't remember if they did.
Hey, Mom, those jingle bells that Jackson had out yesterday,
Yeah.
tell Cliff where we all have, Raymond and I and Ralph, have some of your old jingle bells. The original,
See,
tell
they
where those
just got
came
made
from.
different than they are today. They're much heavier, thicker, and beautiful, aren't they, Erin?
Mm-hmm. But where did they come from, Mom? Where'd you get them?
Hmm?
Do you remember where you got them?
Mm-mm.
Your uncle? Somebody dressed up like Santa Claus?
Oh, yeah. No, wasn't it my... Yeah.
That's what I'm asking you. I don't know if it was a grandpa or an uncle.
It was, I don't remember either, but anyway, that's how I got them.
How? So tell Cliff how you got them. When you were a little girl, what happened?
I don't remember, honey.
You told me that somebody dressed up like Santa Claus on a real sleigh
Yeah.
with horses pulling it.
And they had jingle bells on.
And that's from that time. And you were a little girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just trying to get you to recall that event.
Well, that's about all I remember, honey.
Okay. Did you hear him coming?
Who?
The sleigh?
Oh my gosh, yes. And oh, I was just so excited. And here came the sleigh with the Santa Claus driving it. It was a real beautiful old sleigh. And man, I was just out of this world with excitement. And Lois said, well, can't you see that's just your granddad? And I just wanted to kill her. I'd have killed her if somebody hadn't gotten in the way. Lois always tried to spoil things like that. I guess jealousy. I figured out years later.
She's
So-
your oldest sister.
Yeah. And I didn't pay much attention to my younger one. Oh, at night, a boy would take me up on the front porch and give me a little kiss goodnight. And she'd be hanging out the bedroom window. Her mom sat in the front bedroom. And she'd say, well, she's kissing him. And oh, I just wanted to kill her.
Are there any stories about famous or infamous relatives?
Well, criminal?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
Uncle Jay.
Uncle Jay was a criminal?
Yes, he drove a car for Al Capone.
Drove a car for the gangsters, huh?
Well, Al Capone, yeah. And then years later, after the war, Al Capone had syphilis before they could treat it, you know. And so my uncle told Goldie's wife that they were going down to see him, and Goldie was scared to death. She said, I want to tell you, he treats women like royalty. Can't say the same for men, but women. So that's all I know about that.
So what was his wife's name?
Who?
Jay's wife? Uncle Jay?
Rimmer.
Uncle Jay Rimmer, and Goldie was his wife?
Yeah. His fifth one, I think.
Is he the one that spoke more than one language?
Oh, yeah.
How many languages did he speak, Mom?
Honey, I don't remember. I know Italian and German, and I just don't remember.
Okay, I was just curious.
Do you remember any other fun, good stories on Uncle Jay?
No. I probably could have followed him around and written a book. Jay was kind of on me. What are you laughing about?
My mom can't sit still over here. She made Christmas.
What did she do?
She can't sit still.
I knocked over this thing that Jackson had out yesterday.
Lord.
And I knew it was going to make noise. I'm trying to sit still.
Get your hands under here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey, Cliff. I'm so sorry.
Are there any physical characteristics that run in the family?
Just the blue eyes.
Blue eyes?
Being hyper.
The German eyes,
I'm going to scratch my back.
they were special blue.
Which ones? Rimmers?
Mm-hmm.
What about hair color?
No, well, my sisters were redheads.
Redheads?
Mm-hmm. Both of them.
But not you, huh?
Nah, I got stuck with that blonde stuff.
Is there any special heirlooms or photos or Bibles or jewelry that got passed down to you?
Can you think of anything, Aaron? I can't.
Well, I have a diamond that was out of your grandmother's. It was out of Ruby's, not your grandmother. It was out of Ruby's ring. And then this ring you had made for me on my 21st birthday, and this has
Aunt Della's.
Aunt Della's diamond in it, the big one.
That's it.
Who was your Aunt Della?
My mother's sister, oldest sister.
Your mom's oldest sister?
Mm-hmm.
How was she important to you?
Well, I lived with her and Grandma and Grandpa most of the time because Mother and I didn't do very well together.
Do you remember when Granddad proposed to you?
I'm sorry, it's been debatable. Maybe I proposed to him. I cornered him, I think, kind of.
She's sticking with that, so.
Yeah, that's the story.
Granddad probably, if he was here, I think he was probably very, he wanted it to be right. And so he would debate and say that he asked you formally. I bet.
Well, he probably did. Or I helped him.
There you go. I helped him.
So, how many children did you and Granddad have?
Oh, dear. I had Aaron, Raymond, and Ralph.
3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
What are their full names?
Aaron Lee, Carl Raymond, and Ralph Clifton.
And how'd they get those names?
Well, Aaron Lee came from my mother, Lee, and Carl Raymond came from his dad, and Ralph Clifton, my stepfather, was Ralph.
Your stepfather was Ralph?
Mm-hmm. And he was a very nice man. And I thought, well, if I name, I thought maybe they'd be similar, but names haven't anything to do with it.
Mom, where did Aaron come from? The name Aaron.
Oh my Lord, honey.
Because it's not a family name. You know what you always told me is that you were watching Johnny Carson and that she was a singer.
Oh, that black-headed girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who it was.
What you always told me.
Yeah, so I named you after a singer.
Do you remember when you got married?
Yeah,
March 23rd, it says here.
yeah.
That's tomorrow.
Okay,
Tomorrow's your anniversary.
all right.
March 23rd, 1946.
Yeah.
Do you have any memories from your wedding day?
Well, no, we didn't have, fancy weddings.
Was it a big wedding or small wedding or?
No, we went to Wichita, and somehow my mother found it out. But whether she heard us talking or not. And we went to this minister's home, had a beautiful fireplace, and and his wife was the organist, and that's where we got married. And Dorothy stood up with me.
And I've got your wedding dress in there.
Oh yeah, that
Your
pitiful.
suit. Blue suit. Navy blue.
Mhm.
Well, it was a dress, I guess. I say suit. It was 2 pieces.
Who all came up for the wedding? You have lots of family there, or?
I can't remember. For my wedding?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It was just you guys, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
Dorothy was your witness.
Dorothy wasn't. Yeah, that was it.
What do you believe is the key to a successful marriage?
Give, take, and forgive.
Give, take, and forgive.
Forgive, yeah.
Give and take and oh, there you go.
How did you find out that you were pregnant with Raymond?
Gosh, I knew I was, but I can't think why.
You just figured it out, huh?
Mm-hmm. Women just know those things.
Were you guys trying to have kids, or were
No,
you?
absolutely not. Didn't want any.
Let her finish. Didn't you have a couple of doctors tell you that you never could have kids?
Yeah, so I was a bit worried. And then hello, Raymond. Surprise. I wanted to go back and kill those doctors.
Where were you living at the time
Of what?
when you were pregnant with Raymond?
Dear.
In an apartment, weren't you, in Stillwater?
Yeah,
Or somewhere. You were in an apartment. I don't know if it was Tulsa or Stillwater.
yeah. Well,
It was Tulsa. It
Yeah.
was Tulsa. Raymond's told me that and showed me that.
mm-hmm. By Hazel Diamond.
That's right.
Yep.
What was your proudest moment as a parent?
Of what?
Your proudest moment as a parent?
I guess seeing Raymond graduate.
When Raymond graduated?
Yep.
What about when he got his wings? What about when he got his wings? Raymond got his wings to fly.
Oh, well, that was just a blur. Well, we went down there, to Orlando.
Yeah.
For his graduation.
Yeah, and to see him get his wings. And then Carl had an appointment back in Minneapolis. That's cross country, honey. And we drove all night to get there. And the man said, all you had to do was call me, Carl. I would have met you the next day. But anyway, we made it, so that's all counted.
What did the family enjoy doing together when you guys had kids?
Oh dear, help me, Aaron.
Well, once a month we went to see Granddad, Dad's dad,
Oh, that was my favorite. Yeah.
in
Cedarville, in the hills.
yeah, and then when they lived in, we just went up there. Help me. Osceola. They had a farm in Osceola, and we would drive up once a month to visit them in Osceola, Missouri. When I was a kid, that's what I remember doing.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Did you ever leave us with any babysitters?
Yeah.
Tell him about our 2 whole times you left us with babysitters.
I don't remember. Well, she had an artificial leg.
Aunt Grace was Granddad's sister, right?
Yeah.
She took her leg off and scared me to death, Cliff. I just want you to know. She would shake
She
it
had
at
a
me.
fake leg, huh?
Uh-huh.
How'd she lose her leg?
An infection, and the doctor, got it off. Was it here?
Yes.
Yeah, about there, and saved this part of her leg.
Saved the upper part of her leg.
Yeah.
The upper part.
What did you want to be when you grew up? As a little girl, what did you want to be?
You didn't? Mom wasn't in there, I don't think. What did you want to be, Mom?
I don't know. Can't remember. Yeah, I just wanted to be a Fred Harvey girl.
Did you ever want to go to college?
No.
Well, there you go.
After I got crawled through, I said, well, it's my turn. He said, oh, no, it isn't.
That was that, huh?
Well, now, Mom, when I was a little girl, you taught painting lessons.
Yeah, I taught art.
I think you had fun with that.
You really like to paint, right?
Yes.
How did you get into that?
Well, I don't know. There was a class at a store, and I went in there, and that's how I got started. With I had a good teacher.
And what kind of painting was it, Mom?
Oils.
And told. You started with told
we
painting,
started with
right?
told painting. Do you know what that is?
No.
Well, it's a set pattern. I mean,
Brushstrokes of brushstrokes, right?
yeah,
A
certain
set
brush.
patterning of brushstrokes
Yeah.
would be how I.
What was your? Do you ever have anything you? What was your favorite painting that you ever painted?
Well, I think that guy right there.
The porcupine.
Yeah, and then over here, that one, the reflection.
You know what my favorite one was the red wine glass that Haley has. And she has it up in her house
Yeah.
as we speak.
Oh, that was good, wasn't it?
Yeah. You gave away a lot.
Well, it's to share. You're supposed to share things.
The other day, Sherry March came to visit Cliff, and she brought, and I'm so mad at myself for not getting pictures, she brought 2 paintings that Nonnie helped her paint when she was a little girl, and she won an award with one in high school.
She won first place with
Yeah.
one.
One of them, in junior high or something. But
That's
anyway.
all I know.
And Mom, you sewed when I was a little girl. You made a lot of my clothes.
Oh, yeah. Had to, financially.
You did some good embroiderying, I remember.
Well, my mother got Aaron real nice clothes, and I don't know who else. Somebody else did. But
Grandma Gull made me clothes.
Well, Lois did too. Lois got you clothes.
Yeah.
My sister.
What did I prefer when I was a little girl?
Hmm?
What did I prefer when I was a little girl?
Grandma's.
Which grandma? Grandma Gull.
Mhm.
She sewed me everything. Your
Oh,
mom
yeah.
bought me stuff, but
Mhm.
I always liked Grandma Gull's.
You're spoiled rotten.
Yes, I think I probably was. In that way.
So you guys lived in Tulsa for a lot of years, and then where did you move?
I can't think.
The
Aaron.
lake. Lake Oologah.
Yeah, Oologah.
To the house in Oologah.
Yeah.
And you were there 76 through.
You moved there in 1976.
Mhm.
Till about what? 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then from Tulsa, you went to Glenpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Ralph for a couple years there and abouts.
Yeah.
And then you're here in between Nowata and Bartlesville with who?
Then I what?
And then you moved out here. Where are you at right now?
Well, here's where we're at, right here.
Nowata? In between Nowata and Bartlesville, right?
Mm-hmm. Halfway between.
Yeah.
7.5 miles one way and 7.5 the other.
That's right. Is there anything you always wanted to do that you never got to? Never got around to doing?
Yeah.
What's that?
I wanted to dance.
You wanted to be a backup dancer?
No, I wanted to be the dancer.
Oh, a professional dancer.
Yes, absolutely.
I always wanted to too, Mom. I wanted to be a backup dancer.
No.
Too bad Dancing in the Stars, Dancing with the Stars wasn't popular back in the day.
Yeah.
Did anywhere you always wanted to go that you never got around to going?
Yeah, Alaska.
Alaska?
Yeah, early. Not now. But when Colleen first went up there, her no, lifelong friend, I guess, I wanted to go so bad. But,
So I went for you, didn't I?
hmm
Did you give me a one-way ticket or a round-trip ticket?
You got a one-way ticket, babe. And I told you to get your way home any way you could. But I wasn't giving you any more money.
I was 18, Cliff. And they didn't either.
But look how well you turned out.
That's it.
So there. Was there anything else?
I don't have anything on my list. What else you want to talk about?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
What did you and Granddad always like doing? Granddad loved to fish. You guys always
Oh, we went those Saturday afternoon matinees. Good Lord of mercy.
go to the movies.
Well, yeah, it's a matinee. There was 2 of them for the price of one, more or less. We'd go to there, when we went to this one, Delman Theater, and you sat with your feet up on the back of the chair ahead of you because the mice and rats were so bad.
Oh, good Lord. What about, did you go fishing with Dad? You used to go fishing with Dad,
Oh,
didn't you?
yeah. But it upset him if I hadn't fished him, so I quit doing that. It really did. And I was good.
What did you fish for?
Crappie.
Crappie fishing?
Hmm
What else did you guys do a lot?
I don't remember. Do you, Aaron?
Did you play bingo?
Oh, yeah. We went up to this American Legion thing and played bingo. I can't remember, but we did. So that was about it.
And like to play poker, right? Nickel,
Oh, man,
nickel
yeah.
poker
Yeah,
for years and years, right?
that's right. I love poker. That's about all I can think of, honey.
What about a couple of the places you worked over the years?
Well, in Stillwater, I worked for Leo Combs in that big restaurant.
Yeah.
And then when we moved to Eureka, Cross said, well, you know, he had a job. He went, that's why we went. No, it was Wichita, wasn't it? Where was it?
Wichita.
Wichita. But when you were in Tulsa, where did you work? Do you remember where you worked when I was younger? The Rogers, what was the name of that store where you taught painting?
Oh, Rogers store.
It was a big fabric store, Cliff, kind of like a Hobby Lobby today.
And then in the back they had it sectioned off for classes.
What would you teach?
Art,
Art.
Toe painting and
toe painting, and oils.
yeah.
And then I went to acrylics. Tried them all.
And then you partnered up with some women and you did what? You opened up a shop where?
In Broken Arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've forgotten that.
You and Nan Claver
Yeah,
and Catherine
couch.
Couch.
What'd you have there?
we had lessons, and we sold what we painted or other things that we bought. Well, Catherine and Nan would go to market. I wouldn't.
It was
I'd
like a
stay
gift
there.
shop. You had gift shop. It was like a gift shop.
Yeah, and I'd watch the shop while they did that.
What was the name of it?
Why not shop?
The Why Not Shop.
It was in a 2-story house.
Yep.
And you guys did good business.
Yeah.
And you sold, I remember those antique candles. They were from antique glass molds. So they're starting to make replicas of them, but they were beautiful and they smelled wonderful too.
Oh, I don't remember.
And little just knickknacks.
Yeah.
And your painting. And Nan did ceramics, Cliff. Nan
Yeah, she was good
also
at it.
did, yeah. And Catherine, I think, was just a private. She just put in her part financially, but you and Nan ran it.
Yeah, but I know the neighbor man across the road, or, well, the street. There was Nan and I just working our rear ends off trying to get everything ready, and here come Catherine in her $100 outfit, and they said, there's the money. But that wasn't true. They just thought that. We all pitched in the same amount.
And then when we moved to Oologah, from Tulsa to Oologah, you worked at Miller's in Collinsville with Jack, what was his last name?
Miller.
Jack Miller. And then you worked at Trumbull's Pharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I see on Facebook people making comments about having worked with you in those different places.
Really?
Yep.
Well, that was the life.
Did you work because you had to or because you wanted to? Or to help get us through college?
Well, I had to get you through college. And then I wanted to.
Yeah.
I think it was 50-50.
Yeah, that's what I always thought too.
Any words of advice or parting words?
Shoot, no, just do the best you can. Right down the middle. And you'll
Alright.
be okay. I really think that. Well, might be an exception.
All right, we love you, Nonnie.
Well, I love you. And I appreciate you doing that. That was nice of you.
Yeah.
Aaron, have him scratch your back.
I got it.